Oh, you're gonna lose Chopper. No. No, no, no. Don't bet Chopper. I mean, if he does lose, I kind of feel bad for the guy who wins him. Tell me you knew. Tell me the gun is not loaded. Go on, HERA! What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to Rebels episode 11 and 12. Now, the last episode was wonderful in just that it was getting Ezra more into the spiritual side of the Force and getting him to actually start developing it. And I think it's so interesting, considering he's outside of the Order. It's the most difficult we're ever going to see this sort of thing. Luke learned it from Yoda and Kenobi, which is like the best people you can kind of learn it from. But Ezra is kind of on his own with a master who finished, not really... His training ended when he was a Padawan. So it's so interesting getting to see how Ezra is going to develop with the Force, with the spiritual sides of it, with the actual physical sides of it. And I think just going to an ancient temple and getting a Kyber crystal from it is so interesting. I feel like Ezra's position forces him to go into the more ancient parts of Jedi culture, because this whole temple felt so very, very old. The skeletons there felt way older than what the Empire could have done to them. And of course, we know that the younglings went to the ice planet to get their Kyber crystals. This feels like an ancient form of getting the Kyber crystal. So with the Jedi Order gone, I love how creative Kanan and Ezra are being able to learn how to be Jedi. Now, they are having to go back to older places to develop, since the actual order is completely gone. Yeah, then we also got, at the end, Ezra finally getting a new weapon and it being a lightsaber. Love the design of this thing. It feels so weird. And he's got like a weird handle to it. And it's made of parts he was given from every member of the Ghost. So I love how involved everyone is in that weapon. Because as Anakin told Ahsoka, that weapon is his life. And now his life is made up of all of the crew members. So yeah, very looking forward to this episode, because I'm just hoping we get to see him train and use this weapon, and just because he's not going to be good at it straight away, and I just want to see some development like that. Because we've gotten a bit of development in the spiritual side, we've seen him develop with the Force and just using it. Now I want to see him actually develop his lightsaber skills. I think that would just be so interesting. Like, we know that Kanan isn't that developed as well, because he relies on his master's form. So does that mean Ezra is going to be stuck using the master's form as well, or would he develop something else? Will he go a different way? Will he be able to develop his own lightsaber skill? I just think there's so many options here, considering these two are like the only Jedi they're going to come across for a while. All the old stuff is gone and they basically have to learn or just create new things from what they know. And I think that's just such an interesting concept. Yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. And if you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon. The link will be in the description. Over there, I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. With that said, let's just dive on in.
Right. Like I let a droid tell me how to play.
I love those little claws up on the table. Okay, no, bad bet.
Just something to put fuel in the Ghost and food in our bellies.
Got nothing. Said he was looking to hire a ship and crew.
That's not nothing, that sounds perfect.
Seems I'm all out of credit.
Great.
I'll bet my droid.
No!
Can't bet Chopper, he's...
See, I can't lose.
Oh, you're gonna lose Chopper. No. No, 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 don't bet Chopper. I mean, if he does lose, I kind of feel bad for the guy who wins him.
I win.
Oh no, wait.
Not so fast.
Yep, you lost.
It appears I have an idiot's array. Name's Calrissian, Lando Calrissian.
What? What?
Introduce me to my new droid.
Okay, oh, wow, okay, you're in here, oh, dear. Okay, so this so feels like the original trilogy. It gets so many original trilogy vibes. I love that you're here now. Amazing. And that makes so much sense that you were the one in the betting game. That probably means he cheated, right? Yeah, so Chopper is now Lando's property. That's great.
For some reason, this planet has an unusually large Imperial presence.
Yeah, it's your lot's fault.
We'll get you past the blockade. What's the cargo?
I was told no questions asked.
Yes, not even going to talk about Chopper. I thought it was your droid.
And as agreed, I'll return your droid.
Return our droid?
There we go. Oh, I love how like protective Chopper is. Well, not protective. He wants to be with the group. He doesn't hate them. He does want to stay.
You're a Zeborelius. Chopper wasn't yours to bet.
I love how protective she is of Chopper too.
And you should know better. Chopper is a member of this crew.
Oh.
If all goes well, there won't be anything for you good people to argue about.
I mean, I get it. It's kind of a good arrangement. I mean, but then if you don't do it, you get paid and you keep Chopper. That's it. So just see it as you getting paid by completing the job. But then, do I trust Lando? I think so, but he can be kind of sneaky. Of course, he cheats in the card game, so this is a mission. It's not a card game. I trust him.
I need you to fix the signature modulator so we can get past the blockade.
So you can...
Chopper's right. He's no longer a part of
Oh, great. So yeah, Chopper's being sassy.
If you'd be kind enough to give me a tour of this fine ship.
There's no way. Oh, no. What are you doing? Are you going to be cooperative to Lando? I feel like Chopper's going to rub it in by just being nice to Lando and let it be a dream for him. Even got him a drink!
Good thing I wasn't there. You'd have bet me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have covered the pot.
Endo seems nice enough.
I'm telling you, I don't like that guy.
I mean, he's fine. He just cheats at card games.
January of Bith is a major influence.
Well, your work is even more stunning.
Yeah, being able to get in people's heads and compliment them, get them on his side. He's not a bad guy. It's fine.
He's just a child with no experience of the galaxy.
Oh, dear.
I happen to be an impressionistic connoisseur. That means...
I know what it means.
Great. Oh, no, it says we're jealous. That's great.
Merchant 1, this is Calrissian. Requesting permission to dock.
It has red lights, that makes me think, eh. I'm just hoping for an excuse for Ezra to use his lightsaber, honestly. I'm hoping this goes badly just because of that.
Whatever I say, just play along.
Wait, what does that mean?
And that means it's illegal, or he's doing something.
No fear, Captain. If a comet hits, this ship has escape pods.
Who are these guys? What kind of people are these? That's a weird helmet.
What do you have to offer in return?
Her name is HERA.
Hey, no, Lando. No, there's got to be some bigger plan. I don't distrust him. He's not a bad guy. He's doing something. I'm gonna trust him. Trust him.
Deal's a deal, Kanan.
She's just rubbing it in because Kanan bet Chopper, yeah.
But the trade is acceptable.
Oh no, yeah, I gotta remember that her species is like traded like this, isn't it?
Your cargo and go.
As always,
What's the
as Morgan,
cargo?
a pleasure doing business.
Start explaining your plans to people so they can be on your side, otherwise Kanan's probably gonna kill you.
Where's Hera?
Tell her about HERA, Lando.
Don't disembark the ship. Don't separate.
What we should be doing if we want to get her back.
Where's HERA?
I told her to take an escape pod.
You never told her that.
You just...
I did actually. Weren't you paying attention? Besides, HERA strikes me as very capable.
Okay, maybe. So you're just gonna do nothing. You're just completely leaving it up to Hera. I trust her. I think she's smart enough to be able to get an escape pod. And you separated. Great, please, Hera. I know she's smart. I trust her. She'll be fine.
Sounds
That's-
like your sophisticated mining equipment is snoring.
Yeah, it's alive.
Open the box, and whatever you do, keep it calm.
Great, so they're gonna open the box and make it angry. Yeah, they're so gonna open it.
But perhaps you'd like me to serve you.
Yes.
Playing along, good.
Prefer to dine alone.
Oh, yes.
Oh dear, what is she doing? She's gonna get him. Oh yeah, she's getting him alone. Is she gonna kill him? What? I need to understand where these characters are with killing people. Of course, you have two Jedi, but what about? Okay, no, not killing, just attacking. Well, it'd be interesting to know if they actually are okay with killing, because of course the Jedi, not so much. Okay, come on, Hera, love this, seeing how capable you are. Is she doing this all with a plate?
That was a really useful tray.
Oh, come on, people were in there. Escape pod, go on, go. Come on, Hera. And she's gone. It's gonna be easy? This ain't gonna be easy. This feels too easy.
You really should have more faith in our captain.
Our captain?
It's not her. It is not her that he does not have faith in. It's you. Please dock quickly. You there? You good?
Hera's aboard.
Okay, good. Go! And ditch that thing. Great. And gone. Amazing. Now, how are they going to treat Lando? How is Hera going to be okay with it?
Oh, you're welcome.
Nice!
I deserve that, but can
You deserve a whole lot worse. Come on, Lando.
flying us past the Imperial blockade. Otherwise, I don't have to pay you or give your droid back.
She could just take him back. There's like so many more on this crew than you.
Calrissian said not to open it.
As far as they haven't opened it already. There's been so much time. Yeah, great. What is it? Kinda cute.
Kinda cute.
Oh, great, and of course it's scared of Zeb. So it's not calm anymore, great. So it's more fearful rather than getting angry or something. That climbed the ladder so quickly.
What was in the crate?
What is it? It looks like a baby hippo.
Scaring her. I told you not to scare her.
What happens if you scare her?
Scaring her!
Stop yelling.
Caravat!
Great, it blows up like a balloon.
See, you scared her.
What is going
What kind of
on
use
out here?
do people have for this thing? What is it?
Puffer.
I don't want to know.
Okay, I'm really enjoying this episode. We've got so much on Hera, just seeing how capable she is alone, and then just seeing like the dynamics between, I guess, Kanan being protective, Hera being protective over Chopper, and then Lando showing up as well.
Imperials are scanning for equipment, machinery. But our girl here is 100% organic.
Oh dear, poor thing.
Would you like to be a hero and fix it for me?
This is exactly how you get Chopper to cooperate, isn't it? You just gotta praise him basically constantly. And Ghost on.
Authorized for travel between Boz Pity and Lothal. Tontine, prepare for scanning.
Okay, letting us go well right now. I don't think you can take 2 Star Destroyers.
I'd love to purchase some of your art.
Really? My work.
And Ezra being protective over Sabine. And he's just climbing over this poor thing.
Kid, not a
Oh wait, it got bigger?
idea.
No, no, no. And it's off. And it's off.
The signature was masked. That's the rebel ship.
All ships open fire.
Great. No, 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 no. Light speed, do something, get away. I mean, this is all Lando's fault, isn't it? He brought the thing on board. Technically, as if it stayed in the thing, it'd be fine.
It as HERA usually shoots back.
Oh dear, it's giant.
I'm having enough trouble just keeping ahead of these guys.
Okay, it's nice seeing how... I think this episode is definitely just to show how important Hera is. Like her being not in the pilot seat, and they're doing a lot worse than she would be. Someone do something for this poor creature. How big can it get? Can it like inflate the entire ship? Excellent. Oh, I'm both down. Great.
I think we're in the clear. You know, your job's a lot harder than it looks.
Enough with the divide and conquer.
Thank
think
you.
by setting us against each other, you'll keep us off balance enough to get what you want?
Now, what is it that he wants?
Is that clear?
As crystal, Captain.
A little help.
Is there no way to deflate the thing?
This time, try to keep it calm.
Okay, good. It's small again.
This is your land?
Bought it off a charming fellow named Vizago.
No. Don't like him. Don't like Vizago.
Because a puffer pig has a nose for precious minerals. It can do the job of a dozen mining scanners.
Okay, so just gonna smell stuff.
Pay us and we'll be on our way.
He has other debts to pay.
Oh, great, you're back. This would be a good time to question, like, the morality side of thing. Would you kill this guy? I wouldn't mind it.
Calrissian,
What do you want?
my demands are simple.
Probably you.
My pig back and you. Plus this ship and this crew as compensation for my sore feet.
So you want everything? No.
First, I want to bury Calrissian.
Okay, so there's nothing you can offer, so kill him.
Now, wait, let's consider that last demand for a second.
I've run out of patience. Get them!
Come on, Ezra, lightsaber time. Do it. Chopper's gonna do...
Don't hide there in the fuel canister.
I don't know why. What's Chopper doing? Why would you stand next to that? Yes?
No lightsabers. Not unless we're...
You worry too much.
Was it... Oh? Oh!
Mine doesn't do that.
He made a lightsaber gun?
It can shoot.
Kid, you continue to impress.
Amazing. Okay, that is awesome. So he's kind of incorporated his little slingshot into the lightsaber. That's great. What are you doing? I trust you. I trust you. You got it. You got this. You got this. Go on, Chopper. What is the pig doing?
Dad, the pig. Scare it.
Look at it. Perfect. Great. It floats. Damn. Wow. It is just a giant balloon. What are you doing with the fuel can? No, no, no. Oh. Hey! Do you need the fuel canister? Is that like something? Is that your shipment though? Excellent.
I get Calrissian, and this one lives.
What can you do? What can you? I mean, no. Get rid of Calrissian.
And you all can go free.
You got it.
Deal.
So quick.
The answer's still no.
Chopper gonna save the day? Amazing! I love Chopper so much. So even when Zeb bets him away, he saves his life.
Start walking.
Okay, fine, no killing. Let them live, yeah. Still want that question answered though. Would they be okay with killing? Because of course, the Jedi aren't quite Jedi in the same sense the Order was.
You mean if she finds what you're looking for and you've mined and smuggled it off-world?
Great.
Package right. And how about we settle that debt with a little game of sabacc?
Then you'll just have to owe me one.
Okay, but yeah, not on the best of terms. Great.
We shall meet again.
Zap him.
I saved your circus. Isn't that apology enough?
Yeah, he's gonna hold this over you forever.
I got Chopper back.
I'm looking for a positive here.
There are a lot of things we couldn't accomplish without him.
I love their banter. Appreciate the droid.
Of course, we still need food and fuel.
And you got the fuel! Chopper saving the day yet again.
Chopper stole Lando's fuel.
Playing Lando the whole time.
Absolutely, never doubted you.
Of course I knew they took the fuel. That's why I didn't pay them. Gambler never shows his card.
Okay. Fine, I still like you, yes, but still, stop using people like this. Okay, this episode was really fun. It definitely feels like a more break in like the overall plot and just having sort of a fun thing going on. Love that Lando came back and he got his own episode here. Definitely felt a little more, I wouldn't say bad guy, but definitely a bit more ambiguous in this episode rather than the other times we've seen him working with Rebellion and stuff. Definitely much more smuggler oriented here. But I still like the vibe that he has and just how he interacts with the group. They always capture them so well. It's just nice seeing him again. I think this episode did a lot for quite a few of them. Just seeing how Hera is so, this was definitely one of Hera's episodes, definitely. Seeing how she was able to handle herself in, I guess, a combat situation with no weapon and just a tray, and how she was able to escape a ship flawlessly, and then just seeing how protective she is over Chopper. That even though that little droid can be such a pain, she loves him as much as she loves all the rest of the crew. I think this episode was just really funny as well in general, just seeing how they would use the banter with... Chopper is just like the source of like a lot of friction, and they use that so well in just creating the banter between everyone. Then of course I guess we did see Kanan and Ezra bond a bit more just with their reaction to Lando. They're incredibly similar with it, where Lando was being very complimentary to both Hera and Sabine, and of course Kanan and Ezra didn't like that one bit. So I love that they just had similar reactions to it. They feel like Ezra feels like Kanan's a mini-me, sort of. He feels like a small version of what Kanan is. Then we did get to see Ezra actually use his lightsaber, kind of. I'm still very happy with it that we got to see it at all. And that he actually built a gun into it. That's awesome. So he actually has like a blaster there. That's great. So his lightsaber is so unbelievably different than any other lightsaber we've seen. It makes me so curious as if that represents what kind of Jedi he will eventually be. Is he going to be different to any of them that we have actually seen before? Like, has there ever been a lightsaber gun ever made throughout the Jedi Order? We've seen lightsaber whips, we've seen shorter lightsabers, we've seen the variation has been minimal, but has there ever been a gun before Ezra? But yeah, then to sum up this episode, it was definitely on the lighter side. It definitely felt like it was the more fun focused one, bringing Lando back in just for laughs and doing this sort of fun adventure. And development was definitely on the sidelines of this, plot-wise. Didn't do a lot there, but I do like what it did. It built Hera. This was a Hera episode. Got to see what she's like. Well, you got to see what the crew's like when she's not in the pilot seat and how they do struggle without her. And then, of course, we got to see the others being protective. And then we got to see Zeb and Chopper's relationship, I guess, grow a little bit, where he was perfectly willing to get rid of Chopper. And then Chopper just he's going to hold it over him for so long. This definitely feels like the same type of episode as when Ezra and Zeb stole the TIE Fighter. It's that sort of fun, chaotic episode where it's dealing with bits of character development and sort of leaving the plot alone. I'm assuming it's going to tie in again somewhere, because that's what they did for the TIE Fighter stolen episode, where it was brought up again by the Senator in Exile, saying that was something that was always brought on the news before the Senator in Exile interrupted that news. So I'm assuming they'll call back to this episode at some point, but I do like this style of episode. It's just so fun that they choose to spread out the main story. They don't have it, I wouldn't say this is filler because it still develops stuff, but it made it so much fun. It doesn't feel like a waste at all. Yeah, now on to the next episode. Now I'm hoping that we actually get to see Ezra use his lightsaber in combat. I know it's going to be difficult because they can't really show it off all the time. Then that means he's going to be discovered as a Jedi and more attention is going to be brought to them. But I just want to see him use it in combat and actually get to strengthen that ability, because he's got like 3 aspects to strengthen. His actual physical ability with the Force, spiritual side of the Force, and lightsaber combat. So I need all of that to grow, and lightsaber is definitely his weakest point at the minute, I guess. Yes, immediately lightsaber training. And then the hitting chopper.
The blocking down for the most part, but you shouldn't just randomly deflect the energy any which way.
Okay, good. So developing, so you can block things. He just
Gave you.
Yet.
okay.
Keyword is yet.
And you haven't hit it yet. Okay, okay. I like seeing this style of training because we don't see this at all. Actually training to redirect blaster fire.
You don't even know if he'll transmit today.
He's been on more frequencies lately, and I have a feeling today's the day.
Force feeling or just feeling?
You're gonna get stunned if you don't stay in the moment. This moment.
Just stun him now. Do it. Come on, blast the helmet. Not anyone else. But it's good that you can block. At least they're working on his defensive stuff. Oh, close.
You there.
Oh.
Put your saber down, boy. Now.
What is this? What is this? What is it? That?
You're here. Stay close.
You're being fired at. Focus. He's getting a force vision now? You're all climbing into us, whatever. Stormtroopers.
Your parents were very brave.
Parent stuff. Okay, this is a huge plot episode then. Did you get stunned? What happened? What happened? You got a vision in the middle of combat. The others got it in dreams, right? Has this happened before?
It's back at the target.
I saw some.
Do you hit the target?
You had a vision?
I saw
combat.
Galt Travis. Kanan, he knew my parents.
Okay, this is a huge episode. Amazing.
You were there, and you were there, sneaking around in the dark. The troopers were everywhere.
Okay, so I love that he's this receptive to like Force stuff. Because who else got visions? I think we saw were everyone susceptible to these type of visions. Ahsoka, yeah, I think so. Because Ahsoka got like a kind of vision when Anakin turned. Like seeing she wasn't asleep. That was something. More sense stuff as well. But is that sensing more than seeing? He actually visually saw these events happening.
Ow! Stop!
Maybe if we keep trying.
Ezra, hurry! He's on!
And, okay. But it's so interesting that you got the vision during combat. Like actually in the middle of fire. I'm sure we have not seen that before because it'd be a big thing.
The insurgents terrorizing our world will soon be brought to justice. I have assurances from...
Amazing. Interrupt her.
Dares defy their tyranny, such as some very courageous souls on Lothal.
Ah.
But a new freedom can be won.
Okay.
If we are brave enough to fight for it today.
Lovely.
See you soon, my friends.
See you soon.
He's coming here to meet us.
That's what you got for that? No.
You know.
Yeah.
How come the Empire hasn't caught him?
Travis is too smart. You know, he pirates the Empire.
You saw a vision where stormtroopers were after you. That probably, no, it's not good.
Messages where to meet him are obvious to the locals, but go right over the Empire's head.
Nice, nice, nice.
May have set on the old republic,
Sunset.
but a new freedom can be...
New freedom.
Everybody on Lothal knows the New Freedom mural. It's painted on the wall inside the old Republic Senate building.
Okay, well, that's the obvious spot.
Been abandoned since the Empire built the Imperial complex.
So they really didn't use this old building, so the Empire just abandoned it?
Pretty obvious.
Yeah, too obvious. Should have some insurance in case the Empire's more clever than we think.
Yes, good. Plan things out.
Don't be too quick.
To take it literally, Kanan, I know it's right. You're always telling me to trust my feelings.
Yeah, true, true.
I feel stronger about anything in my life.
Vision?
I love how into like the whole Jedi stuff she is as well. It's not just Kanan. Hera has like intel on it. Kanan obviously talks to her about it and she's able to like, I guess, help him with it as well.
You're a stealthy one.
The Inquisitor didn't take you. Good,
Yeah,
good,
that's
good.
me.
But what happened with you and the Inquisitor?
New clerical and courier duties give me greater access to intel you can use.
Still, what happened with the Inquisitor? It ended with him like smiling at you very weirdly.
In which case,
Yeah, let's not get you shot. What do you have?
Agent Callus and every
Callous.
something to do with the old Senate building. But it might just be a drill. I'm not sure.
It's no drill. I need to warn the others.
Yep, okay, so that's gonna go badly.
I'm being transferred off-world to the Officers Academy on Arcanus.
Yeah, okay, that means nothing to me.
My real name is not Dev.
It's not your name.
No, it's...
You there.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, did you? What? No, I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. You wouldn't rat him out. You wouldn't rat him out. I'm scared because like
Time to explain.
we don't know what happened to you after the Grand Inquisitor.
Caught that Loth rat selling black market goods.
We'll get him.
Okay, I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. But I still need to know what happened after the Grand Inquisitor. Was he just left alone? Like why? It makes me suspicious. Okay, so his lightsaber weapon's just a whole lot more powerful now with the stun blast, I guess. Much more powerful than his slingshot. Vision, where'd you go? Gone? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
We were tracking an insurgent, but the search was inconclusive.
Jump, amazing, great. That thing is so domineering, wow.
The Inquisitor says...
I believe the Inquisitor has put too much emphasis on the capture of the Jedi.
Oh dear, everyone's being mentioned. Is he going to show up again?
We catch my rebels, we catch his Jedi.
I guess. He's okay, so in Grand Inquisitor's looking at it just as Kanan and Ezra. He's basically ignoring the rest of the rebel crew. Callus thinks if you just get all of them, you'll get Kanan and Ezra as well.
So why'd they risk it all?
They had hope that they could do something to make the galaxy a better place for their son.
You're just talking about it, and he's just listening in.
It has an operation plan, probably to capture Travis.
We'll have surprise.
What gives you that idea?
I'm being optimistic.
Nice. Okay, but how can you do this? You don't know what their plan is. They seem like they have the biggest advantage right now.
Protocol droids on the platform. Travis must already be inside. I'm not seeing any Imperial forces.
Like, how's the senator allowed, like, to do all this? Because he is a senator. The Empire would know where he is. The minute he starts speaking out, how would he have protection? Why hasn't he not been dealt with sooner as soon as there's, like, a Senate meeting?
We don't even know for sure your precious senator is in there.
Yes, we...
Vision.
Maybe we fly him out on his own ship.
I know a way in. No one will see us.
What's that? Is that part of Vision? The pipes? They're just flying droids. Great. Oh dear, you chaotic little thing. There's no hesitation whatsoever. What? You're just gonna dump him? Yep, okay. You madman.
Pretty much guarantee we're not gonna run into any stormtroopers down there.
Yeah, I guess that's good. But then the Vision showed some stormtroopers in there.
Okay, Chop, stay here, just in case we need a backup.
Oh dear, why?
Speaking of which, it does smell like you. I was talking to Ezra.
Wait, you know what I smell like?
Oh dear, stop.
What do you think?
Still don't see a senator.
My sensors indicate it came from the ship. Better investigate.
Okay, get the eyes away.
You two, up top.
What a lift.
Everything feels ominous. Things have to go wrong to line up with Ezra's vision. They were being chased. They're going to get found.
I was beginning to think no one on Lothal got my message.
Senator, you're in terrible danger. The Empire knows you're here.
That's impossible.
Okay, no, he doesn't know. It's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap. Yep! Move! Oh, yeah. Okay, now what? You just walked into the trap. Did you have a way out of the trap? You better have a way out of the trap. We have Zeb and Sabine above so they can help. They can do something.
Jedi Knight Padawan Jabba.
Padawan Jabba. He still doesn't know his name. He probably does know his name, but he's just using that name.
Where is the Lasat and the Mandalorian?
If you won't talk, then my troopers will become a firing squad.
Blocking and redirecting.
Don't worry, Senator. Our friends will be along.
They have a plan. Amazing. Okay. Oh, and grenades. Okay, I feel confident. They've got this. Smoke bombs. Okay, better. Good. Zeb, go for Callus, please. I mean, if you have time, let everyone escape. But yeah, if you want to go after Callus, I wouldn't mind that. Okay, good. Go on, Sabine. Ooh! Okay, that was really nice. Great.
I was really hoping that shuttle'd still be here.
Yeah, no, they would have planned for that. And now there's a new thing. Go, move.
That's not the ride we're looking for.
Don't just stand there. Go, down the hatch.
Agent Callus, they must not escape.
They haven't, Minister.
His confidence is really good. He is not like afraid of failure at all. That must mean he has another plan.
Want me to go in there?
It's not
Get
so
over
bad
it.
once you get used to the smell.
You never get used to the smell.
But you won't get used to being dead. Now go down it. Okay, not redirecting, just blocking. Good. Closed. Excellent.
I'm coming.
Don't be useless. Move.
Figured you'd be used to running for the Empire.
Yes.
Well, I never come this close to capture before.
Why would you stop? Move.
We'll draw them away. Get Spectre 2 and train us to the hatch.
Oh, you find us.
I can smell you, remember?
Think of something clever to say later.
Okay, go. Oh, great. What is Chopper going to do?
Barely read its operating number.
No. Does he?
One sealed shut.
Sealing it?
Sound the alarm if you see any rebel activity. On to the next one.
Great, they sealed it. Now what? Oh, go on, Chopper. Oh, dear.
You actually know where we're going?
Of course I do. Sorta.
Oh no. Okay, come on. Things are going. It's a little more chaotic than I would like, but sure, go.
Funding powerful allies?
No, this is it. We're all there is.
You can't be serious.
I don't like how much he's fishing for things.
Just to know someone else is out there has meant a lot.
Why is he fishing for so much? Why is he? I don't trust him. Him, like, the whole him not being fast enough to run away feels iffy.
Watch our backs, will ya?
No, I really don't like this. Doesn't feel right. Why you've given him a gun?
That's enough. We're not going anywhere.
Yep, great. He was lying all along to capture rebels.
Put your saber down, boy. Now!
Okay, what on earth? Vision, where does that come in?
Insurgents are not arrested. They're identified and watched.
Great.
But you're not a traitor. You're a voice of freedom.
No, it's the Empire. They're using that.
No one has spoken against the Empire on Lothal since Ridger transmissions.
There we go. Here's the vision.
I joined the Empire, like your parents should have, for their lives.
Come on, HERA, be protective. Defend Ezra, do something.
Where are they now? I'll tell you, my boy.
Do you know?
They're gone!
They're not gone.
No, he's just trying to get into his head.
There.
As long as we fight all that they spoke out.
Tell me you knew. Tell me the gun is not loaded. Please. The gun isn't loaded. You knew. Go on, HERA! How did you know? Thank you!
A true rebel would know if he's holding a charged blaster.
Oh, it was a test.
To surrender, he wasn't tired when he stopped. He was waiting for Callus.
I love her so much.
He wanted our secrets.
She's thinking how I think. It's amazing. Yeah, him fishing for info. There's just not moving and not just staying still and being tired. Abandon him or just throw him into the fan.
Senator.
He was working for the Empire.
Throw him into the fan.
Guess he stays here. What's our plan?
We were gonna stop the fan to get through.
Throw him into it. That'll stop it. How is this going to affect Ezra being betrayed by something like this? Is that going to add to his dark sideness? Vision. Oh, great, and you're here too, so you caught up. They're going to target their fire on Kanan to try and mess with the fan. Yep, great. Go, come on. Ezra defending Kanan, great. Oh, that anger, yeah. That is... Oh, dark sideness. What was that? He's angry of your failure. Go on, Chopper. You got it. Ah!
Hey, you're supposed to be glad to see us.
Oh, don't worry, Chopper. You did great. Okay, this episode wasn't all bad, all bad news. You still found out that the guy was a traitor, so you know not to listen to him anymore, and you can warn people. That can save people.
Your emotions clouded the vision. It takes
training and discipline
to see things clear.
Okay, good.
What was the last vision you had?
I saw this bratty kid that constantly caused me trouble.
I don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
That one wrong.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. Is that telling the truth? That could just be saying nice things.
We have hope. Hope that things can get better. And they will.
Nice. Okay. Amazing. Okay, I really loved that episode. That was so good and just... It dealt with a lot of stuff. It's definitely more plot focused. Dealing with Callus, the minister, and this new senator in exile who turns out to be a complete traitor. But I love that this one kind of focuses on HERA and Ezra. That's what I'm getting from this. Just seeing, it feels like it's their little bond. It was them two that were so excited for the transmission. It feels like it's sort of strengthening their mother-son relationship the same way Kanan has his father-son relationship to Ezra. Her being so passionate about what Ezra's passionate about, being so hopeful, and then just making sure to protect him over what this senator was doing. Actually making sure he's safe, testing this senator, being distrustful, and making sure that she can keep him safe and make sure everything is correct. I absolutely love HERA for what she did here. It's like how I think. It's all this distrust that goes on in my head. Stopping and being out of breath. It's annoying, and it almost makes me think, oh, are you just trying to get them captured because you're just being slow and annoying? Then getting to giving him the gun and just him fishing for so much information. Huge red flags there. And I love that Hera was being like thinking the same way I do, and actually gave him the gun but didn't charge it because she was testing him. But even in that moment, she would have had to have known that the guy was bad because she didn't charge it. So if they did need him to protect them, he's not going to be able to do it. The test was to see if he was a rebel because he'd know what a blaster would feel like. But then again, it's a senator. Not most senators probably wouldn't know what a blaster feels like, unless it's Padme. So it was definitely a very risky test, but I love Hera for doing it and actually seeing through the lies. And then just punching him in the face, defending her kid. Love it. And then her little talk at the end, being so hopeful and optimistic about everything. It's encouragement. It's not letting Ezra dwell on his negative emotions. This is what Jedi were missing in the Jedi Order. Parental relationships, where there's someone to support them when they have, like, when they feel hopeless. Like, just imagine if Anakin had a mother and father figure throughout his journey, someone there to support him when he's going through his dark moments, someone he could talk to about everything. That is what he was missing, and I just love that Ezra has that now. He's so similar to Anakin in the sense of being a young person who's using the Force outside of the Order, not sure what it's doing, and then just learning pretty late, and unlike other Jedi. In Ezra's circumstance, he has people he can depend on, and he has people he can train with that act as parental figures. It makes me so curious to see what he's going to end up like. Yeah, then Kanan, loved his role in this. Do have a question about the whole vision thing. I don't know, it could easily just be a joke to comfort Ezra with the whole vision thing, but did he actually see a vision of him training Ezra? Is that something that's true? Because I would love that if it is. Yeah, then the rest of the crew were outstanding. Sabine doing the smoke bombs, doing all this stuff, having that sort of thing where she's joking with Ezra, being able to smell him. That's quite funny. Don't know if I should read more into that. Maybe their connection is growing. Zeb was definitely just the muscle in this episode. Didn't really do much aside from being just a number in the fighting and stuff. And then Chopper, of course, saving the day, being able to undo the welding and nearly getting stabbed with a lightsaber. But yeah, it's just funny how he zapped the droid and shoved it down the chute. It's so unnecessarily violent, and I just think it's perfect. Like, even when he's confronted with stormtroopers, he just acts like himself and just is crazy and nuts and has a go at them for welding it shut. He has no fear whatsoever. Yeah, so villains. Callus, obviously, in this episode, the Minister, and now the Senator in Exile. I have to say, it's a genius plan on the Empire's part to use the broadcasting system to get rebels to a certain location and then kill them. That is pretty ingenious. It's brilliant. Like, actually using their hope against them. But happy that now they've escaped so they can spread the word, because they even mentioned Fulcrum as well, so hopefully that can work and do things and spread the message that this guy cannot be trusted. But of course, then the Empire could use another name. They could do something else, and they've got to be wary of all of this now. So do like this episode must have taught Ezra about trust issues and dealing with visions. And he needs to be more careful about, it's more careful about the emotion side of things. He can't just trust all the hopeful things that the visions show him. He's got to be able to look at the reality and see where people might betray him and things he needs to be careful of what he trusts. Then we have, of course, had the other Imperial Cadet kid show up again. I'm worried for that kid so much. At the end of his episode, it was considering the Grand Inquisitor was the last thing we saw him interacting with. That didn't seem fun. He was basically smiling, asking about what kind of information he could get out of him. That is not good. It makes me wonder what on earth happened between them then. So that it ended with that, and now he's been promoted and he's just allowed to walk around and do all this stuff. That concerns me and scares me so much. Did the Grand Inquisitor get into his mind? Did he get information? If not, did he get anything from this kid? If that is the truth, he's probably still suspicious of this kid who was so close with Ezra. There's no way he wouldn't be able to pick up something. I definitely need information on what happened between those two. Okay, so just looking at Ezra first off, I love what these two episodes did with him. First episode, making him protective over Sabine when Lando comes in, being all charming and stuff. And then this next episode, dealing with the more Force, Jedi, spiritual things, and him actually experiencing visions in the Force. I think Ahsoka might have experienced some visions, but it was never treated like this. She never had a moment where she couldn't trust. I feel like when she had feelings, she might have gone to Yoda. I can't quite remember, but I know she never had this sort of scenario where she saw a vision and she immediately trusted it only to be proven wrong. Because her emotions, she was training the Jedi Order, her emotions were more regulated thanks to the Order. Ezra, that's something he needs to go through, and he needs to understand that he can't just assume things. He has to go in, because the Force is tricky. He needs to not trust things immediately. And I think that's what he's learning from Hera. So I think the biggest thing he got from these episodes is the learn to distrust sort of thing, but he also developed in the Force and lightsaber ability. Seeing him use the lightsaber as a gun, awesome. And then actually we now know that he can block with it. So he is developing, and I like that it's slow. So he's being able to block, but he can't redirect things accurately. When he was in the vision, I think he hit the helmet, so there's something there. So he's a bit attuned to it instinctively, but he needs to definitely develop his you need to develop being able to consciously do these things. And I just love that it is being slow and it is being worked on. And I just think when he does eventually do it, it's going to be that much more satisfying. Yeah, the trust side of things is definitely the biggest part of this. Seeing the vision and giving him hope, because now he definitely needs to learn about the light and dark side of the Force. It isn't just this one great thing. There are things in there that you can't trust. And it's the whole spiritual aspect of stuff and how, I guess, weak he is in it. He doesn't understand the bigger aspect of the Force and what it does and what it is. That is like the main thing he needs to work on a lot since he's so attuned to it. By just seeing this vision, he immediately trusts it and then almost denies reality. He doesn't see what this senator in exile is doing and is just fully waiting for him to say, oh, he knows what happens to his parents, or this like happy stuff. So he's looking past what reality is presenting him with. And of course the betrayal comes, and I think that definitely is going to fuel into the dark side thing. I do not think this show is done with just putting him deep into the dark side. We had the episode with Yoda saying that he'd make what kind of Jedi he can become, but it is still iffy. Just because he went through that and got the crystal doesn't mean he's safe from the dark side forever. He definitely still has problems, and Kanan needs to teach him about it and actually sit him down and just tell him what the dark side is and just get that out there, get that done, saying what emotions fuel it and what it can do to you. Because he doesn't know any of this. And now that this has just added another thing, this betrayal, this hurt that he's feeling, that rage and anger he's feeling towards the senator, it is not a good thing for him. He needs to go through some kind of discussion about the dark side. And Hera, I think, benefited the most out of these two episodes, and I just love that. She was one of the characters that were falling behind until that episode with Sabine, and now they're just doing so much with her. First episode, getting to show how capable she is on her own without the ship as well. She used a tray to knock out quite a few people and escape from a ship. That's amazing. And then when she got back on the ship, she can't be the pilot, and you just see how the rest of the crew kind of suffers because of it. She is so integral to the crew and this family as a whole. And I just love how many examples they've thrown out to just show and build up Hera in every aspect. Being the glue to the group, being, I guess, the family center of it, being the pilot and how much they depend on that and how capable she is, not even with the ship. She's just a great fighter in general. And then the end of this episode, I just love what this did, showing that she kind of, it's the way she thinks like me, the distrust, seeing the little signs that the center's showing, slowing down so they get captured, asking so many questions to fish for info, to find out how many people you're working with. That was so red flags, and just he wanted to know numbers, seeing if this is it or is there more that they have to go after. And Hera was able to spot all of it. Then putting up a test, not outright stating that they can't trust him or leaving him behind, making sure and to keep Ezra safe. And then this episode ended with the most mother-son sort of bond between Ezra and Hera. It was so sweet and so nice, where she realizes that he's obviously hurt by all of this. She shared his passion and hope for this guy being good, and then she kept encouraging him. I think she is what's helping fight back the dark side in Ezra. Being hopeful, adding that positivity to it. So Ezra isn't dwelling on these emotions, she's making him feel better. And I just love that so much. This whole family is what's going to make Ezra stay away from the darkness, and that's just amazing. Yeah, Kanan didn't get to do as much as Hera in these two episodes. He was mainly shown as to be similar to Ezra, or at least Ezra be similar to Kanan with how they were reacting to Lando. And then in this episode, we got to see him training Ezra with the lightsaber and just getting him prepared for blast fire and this sort of stuff. There's still the physical stuff. I need them to actually sit down and meditate and just talk about the spiritual aspects of the Force. That's not something they're doing, but I've got to remember that Kanan, his training ended as a Padawan, and I don't know how much he learnt there. Was it just the basics? Was it just the fighting with the lightsaber? I feel like they did that as younglings. What point during his training did he learn about the spiritual aspects of the Force? Because you'd think that'd be one of the first things he'd be telling Ezra, but it's still not happening. There's so much work to do, but I'm glad that he is... I like what kind of mentor he is. He's fun, and he's optimistic, and he's nice to Ezra. Like, talking about the vision, saying that he did have a vision of Ezra, I'm going to choose to believe that's true. I don't think it was just him being nice and just saying fun things and just saying he always saw an annoying kid that he was stuck with. I think he did actually see a vision of Ezra that he was going to train him. Probably would lead into the curiosity from episode 1, just seeing why they went after him so much over the one crate. And then, of course, leading into the test with the holocron, I think he did see a vision of Ezra. I think both Kanan and Ezra's training is going to develop more when they can teach each other. Right now, it's only Kanan being able to teach Ezra, which is never going to work because he's not a fully trained Jedi. They need to be able to teach each other and grow together. And right now, they're not doing that. So I'm waiting for something to click when they can progress together, because Kanan is not finished training, and that's like his biggest drawback. So even when he's trying to teach Ezra, he can only do so much. He can't get him to where he needs to be. They can only do that when they're learning together. Chopper, he is just chaos and lovable and amazing. First episode, him being betted away and given to Lando. I just love how much sass he has. It's like the sentience of it. I don't know. It's just him being a droid and being this sassy and emotional and doing all these things. Him waiting on Lando to get back at Zeb and all this, showing how kind Chopper can be, not giving Lando any trouble whatsoever. It's just him rubbing salt into the wound that Hera is mad at Zeb and Ezra and Kanan and all of these guys for putting up Chopper to be betted against. It wasn't Ezra. And then when they're feeling bad about it, he just like showers Lando with affection, unlike how he treats the rest of them, just to rub it in. He was definitely the hero of that episode, saving Zeb, because of course Zeb did save him from being whacked or blasted when he was trying to get the fuel canister on the ship. And then him saving Zeb from being held at gunpoint. And of course, Chopper stealing the fuel from Lando. So he was the hero of that episode. And I love that that was basically an episode for Hera and Chopper. And then in the other episode, he was just a little chaotic menace. First off, I love that he has no hesitation with the electrocution thing. It is just like zap and that's it. He doesn't care. He didn't try to talk to that droid. He just zapped him and tossed him into the sewer. It's almost like he's got no regard for the sentience or life of that droid. It's just zap, chucked away like rubbish. Now, I get that he's like the funny, chaotic center of this group, but like, is he partly a psychopath as well? Does he actually have value for life? I'm not entirely sure. Zeb and Sabine definitely got less to do in these episodes. They are definitely the more muscle of the group. Sabine was used in Lando's episode just to get under Ezra's skin, so she was used to do stuff with Ezra. This episode, she was the fighter. She was the one doing the smoke grenades, the explosives, all of this, and to draw people away. She didn't get much to do. I have been told that she'll get more to do in the later seasons, so I just got to be patient. I'm just waiting to see little hints for whatever she has going on. Then Zeb was definitely treated kind of the same way as Sabine in this episode particularly. He was treated more comically in the one before. So again, waiting for more development on him and just seeing more of what he's going on and what he's doing, because we know he's healing a bit from his traumatic past since he's opening himself up to Ezra and new people and actually being able to be responsible for him. So yeah, I just like that there's a slow burn and that they're focusing on some at a time, not trying to do everything all at once. And Lando is great to see him again. It's definitely fitting that he's in an episode that's less plot heavy, because I'm not sure what he can do with a rebellion plot. I'm not sure when he does join that. In the original trilogy, I'm trying to remember, I think he was part of it for a while. He helped Lando, but he also made deals and did stuff like that, but then he turned good. So I probably need a bit more detail and just to remind myself what he did there. I know I like him, I know he's a good guy, but here he's clearly on the smuggler side of things. He's not trying to help them out of the goodness of his heart. He definitely wants profit. That's where he's at the minute. It does make sense if they want to use him, they've got to use him before he's in a rebellious sort of thing, because then he can't be part of a more rebellious plot. Yeah, I definitely think he was used well, though, just to explore the relationships and the protectiveness for all of the group. And I guess just to make Chopper a bit more chaotic and crazy. And that's something I really like, that they can bring back these characters from the original trilogy and just use them so well to just help develop these new characters. So then looking at what these episodes did plot-wise, we had one which wasn't that heavy on plot, and then the other that was very much focused on plot. Do like that they separate those out, because it's nice that they just are able to spread things out like this. It feels like time is passing quite well. They have all these adventures in between the huge things that are going on with Lothal, the planet. Because yeah, this new episode did quite a lot, honestly. We got the Senator in exile fully explored, and we got to find out answers on all of that. That it is just an Empire plot to capture or get rid of a bunch of rebels, or at least it was to keep an eye on them. It was to control the rebellion. That's what it was used for. The guy would go there, gather intel, and report back to the Empire what they're doing so they can stop it and control it and contain it. They know they can't win these guys over. If they killed them all, it would look very bad for them. So they just let them run around like rats in a maze where they're completely in control and let the rebels think they're doing something productive. Like, I'm impressed that even the Fulcrum thing, they seem to know about what was going on as well. Hera mentioned the name. It wasn't like they were aware of this, what the Senator was doing. So it was very widely spread misinformation. So I'm glad that the rebels found out the truth, so now they can go and spread this out and because this could save lives and also help the efforts of the rebellion. And this would make their group look great. Then we also got some stuff on Ezra's parents and like that sort of stuff. I don't know if the senator was lying. He said that his parents are gone. I feel like in the moment he could have either been lying or telling the truth. Either way, it would that whatever he said, I don't know. He wanted to mess with Ezra's head. That's what he wanted. To throw him off, to not let him escape. To say his parents are dead, give him the worst news imaginable, make him act out of anger, make him stay before so that soldiers can arrive. That's what he wanted to do. So I don't know if he was telling the truth or lying. I'm hoping he's lying. I hope his parents are fine. As for what this means going forward, I'd assume this puts our little rebellious group into a more good position compared to other rebellious groups. The Empire's definitely going to be after them. Would this basically mean that they are the biggest thorn in the Empire's side at the minute? Is this going to draw like loads of attention? We know there are a bunch of rebellious groups out there. They're little clusters of people that are fighting against the Empire, but it seems like they're being controlled by this Senator in Exile scheme. Now that this group has been able to break free of it and tell the rest of them about it, I would assume the Empire is going to be dealing with a whole lot more rebellion going against them now that people have broken free from their controlled rebellion. And this is going to put a huge target on the people we're following. Then we also have Fulcrum, who seems to be in between or doing something else and whatever they're doing, because that's obviously being built up to something. HERA met this person when they transferred the Rhodian over. I don't know, it feels like this little group is going to become very much the spotlight of like the larger rebellion. I'd love it. I really want to see how the huge rebellion actually got started, seeing how that process happens. We've already seen Organa in this show. We know he's the one that organizes it, plus his daughter's involvement, all of this stuff. And now we know that our group has done something huge here. So I cannot wait to see the impacts of this. Will the Empire be spread more thin now? They're fighting more groups that are actually having an impact. And what does this mean for our group that caused all of this? Overall, I really enjoyed these episodes for what they both did, and I cannot wait to see what's coming next. I'm loving how they're both building the rebellion aspect of this show and also the Jedi stuff going on. It feels so well balanced. It feels like every one of them is kind of a main character, and like all of them are bringing up these two very different stories together. Having Kanan and Ezra do this Jedi stuff, having HERA be the center of the rebellion activity. I love how you can so easily follow each of these stories and they come together so nicely. But I love how the show's developing, doing all this stuff, like keeping it all spread out. I love that when it does do less plot-focused episodes, they're still fun. They're still so much, they don't feel like a waste of time. They don't feel like filler. They do a lot. They still develop things. And they can bring back characters just for fun, which is great. Lando didn't feel like a waste of time. He felt like he had a good role in this whole scenario and the situation that's going on with these guys. And I love what he allowed to be explored with our other characters. So yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about these episodes in the comments. And with that, I will see you in the next video for episodes 13 and 14. See ya!